Weight loss enigma. Is your blood pressure? Could it be improved? Are you under a great deal of stress? Do you generally follow good health habits? The answers to these questions can help determine your personal health risks. You also want to determine how much physical activity you engage in. For instance, does your job require you to bicycle or run? Do you currently take part in at least 30 minutes of exercise several days a week? Do you engage in stretching exercises? Do you lift weights? Are you involved in sports? Do you use exercise as a means of relaxation? Do you dance in order to have a good time? Again, the answers to these questions will help to determine your current physical activity level and what you need to do in the future in order to increase your activity. Granted, your personal inventory could leave you a bit demoralized. After all, you may not be eating the way you should. Your family might have a history of disease and obesity, and you may not be doing as much exercising as you should. The idea of the personal inventory is not to make you depressed. Rather, it is simply information that you can use as you try to plot your roadmap to weight loss success. You might consider taking your personal inventory from time to time. That way, you can see how much progress you are making. Such progress could inspire you to set new goals for both diet and exercise. Keep in mind that you are never too old to learn something new about yourself. The key is to take that knowledge and use it for effective action. 15 Weight Loss Enigma Chapter 2 Getting in Step with Weight Loss. As children, one of the first exercises we learned how to do was walking. While it may seem like an elementary form of exercise, walking can do wonders for the heart, the circulatory system, and our legs. Walking can also be instrumental in helping individuals to lose weight. Medical experts say the important thing to keep in mind when starting a walking program is distance rather than time. In essence, it doesn't matter how long it takes you to complete a mile, the important thing is to do it. If you hope to burn off 2 pounds a week, you will need to walk enough to burn about 3,500 calories. If you weigh 160 pounds and you are walking at a rate of 2 miles per hour, you can burn as many as 105 calories. A helpful technique when beginning a walking program is to build up your leg muscles so that you are able to burn additional calories. If you can, try to race walk. Your goal should be to finish a mile in 13 minutes. Another technique you can use is by adding weights to your walking routine. For instance, you can pack 8-pound weights into a backpack and wear it as you walk. Ultimately, you might want to work up to the point where you are walking at least 6 hours a week. In addition to helping you to shed pounds, this will enable you to combat such diseases as diabetes and cancer. You should feel healthier and perhaps happier as a result of your walking. At this point, you might be wondering whether to do your walking outdoors or on a treadmill at a gym. The choice is really up to you. It depends largely on what makes you more comfortable. Some people enjoy being out of doors as they like looking at the trees and the flowers as they move along. Others find that the traffic and animals found outdoors can be too distracting. Also, many people find it difficult to walk in the rain or snow. Some individuals like the discipline offered by a treadmill, while others find it. 16 Weight Loss Enigma boring and confining. One advantage to a treadmill is that it allows you to keep track of the number of miles you logged, as well as your speed. That can be valuable information when you are attempting to chart your progress. Of course, it is best if you couple walking with a sound diet plan. You should attempt to consume at least 5 servings a day of fruits and vegetables. Limit your intake of high-fat foods and sweets. Sensible eating will also enable you to maintain your weight over the long term. When you set out to walk, make sure that you begin with some stretching exercises. These can help prepare your muscles for your workout. In addition, begin your walk with a 5 or 10-minute warm-up period. The rest of your walk should be brisk. You should be walking at a pace similar to what you would use if you were late getting to work. You should continue this pace for approximately 30 minutes, and then begin a cool-down period where you walk at a more moderate pace. Following this regimen should ensure that you get the most out of your walking. One of the best aspects of walking is that it is an activity that nearly any able-bodied person can do. It does not require special equipment or special training. It is important, however, that you remain committed to walking. Doing it for just 1 or 2 days a week is probably not enough to make an appreciable difference in your weight. Rather, you should aim to do a brisk walk at least 6 days a week. Once you get into the habit of walking, you should find it relatively easy to continue. It's something that can quickly become part of your morning routine. In fact, some experts recommend that you do your walking in the morning to ensure that your metabolism is elevated throughout your day. Walking late at night will not have the same effect, it will do little to raise your daily metabolism. 17 Weight loss enigma. Why stay at home could prove to lose weight? Some interesting new research indicates that you are better off staying home than eating in a restaurant if you are trying to lose weight. Given the fact that as many as 2/3 of Americans are overweight and many people spend at least part of their day in restaurants, the findings are particularly troubling. According to Dr. Caroline Sederquist, a physician specializing in weight management, in 1978, less than 20% of the calories Americans consumed were eaten outside the home. As late as 2003, the number had climbed to 50%. Sederquist says that restaurant food tends to be higher in calories because it relies so much on salt, sugar, and oil. Also, restaurant portions tend to be larger, making it difficult to make healthy choices. It has been estimated that restaurant servings tend to be 3 to 4 times greater than typical serving sizes. Another problem is that restaurants often serve bread or rolls with a meal, which can cause dieters to pack on the pounds. Restaurant appetizers tend to be extremely high in calories. For instance, a basket of fried onions can pack a whopping 2,000 calories. Now, while you might not devour the entire basket yourself, chances are you will have a good share of it if it is passed around the table. A number of restaurants now offer free refills of soda. Soda glasses also tend to be large, meaning that you are receiving greater servings of this sugary beverage. Just the soda alone can put you far over your daily recommended allowance of calories for weight loss. Another problem is that we have been conditioned to clean our plates. With plate sizes growing in restaurants, this becomes a critical weight issue. You may feel morally 18 Weight loss enigma. Obligated to eat everything that is placed in front of you, even if your weight and health will suffer as a result. Once people become accustomed to large portions when eating out, they tend to increase their portion sizes at home as well. As a result, dieters can be sabotaged both in restaurants and at home. If you eat out more than once a week, toning down your portion sizes can be particularly difficult. Perhaps the greatest challenge to any dieter is the restaurant buffet. There are so many different foods being offered, it is difficult to limit yourself. Also, since you can go back to the buffet as many times as you want, you may be tempted to overindulge. As a result, dietitians recommend either avoiding the restaurant buffet altogether, or limiting your second portions to fruits and vegetables. Yet another problem is the type of entrees served in restaurants. They tend to be rich in fat and calories. Fettuccine Alfredo, prime rib, and fried chicken can all cause you to gain weight. A number of restaurants are now designating low-fat entrees on their menus, a trend which bodes well for the future. However, this experiment is still limited to a small portion of restaurants. It has not yet become a widespread trend. Of course, eating out does not necessarily mean eating at restaurants. It can also mean eating in the car, where you may be prone to non-nutritious snacking, or eating at parties held at the homes of your friends and relatives. At parties, diet saboteurs such as potato chips and cookies tend to be plentiful. At times, you may find such goodies hard to resist. Eating at home shortly before a party may be the best way to avoid gaining unwanted pounds. What can you do if you are forced to eat out several times a week? Make sure that you stick to your diet plan. Don't be tempted to indulge in the wrong kinds of foods just this once. Select entrees that are accompanied by vegetables, and resist the urge to order dessert. 19 Weight loss enigma. Consider eating only half of your entree and boxing up the rest for your next meal. And don't starve yourself prior to eating out. Such a tactic will cause you to overeat once you get to the restaurant. Following sensible eating patterns, both at restaurants and at home, will help you to achieve your ideal weight. Losing weight by thinking green. Now more than ever, people are trying to lose weight by thinking green. Green tea is one of the hottest products on the market today. Its medicinal qualities have been known for years. But can green tea actually enable you to shed those unwanted pounds? Research conducted for the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition states that a green tea diet can speed up your metabolism and oxidize fat without increasing your heartbeat. This means that you can achieve a fast metabolism with green tea without suffering heart trouble. In other words, green tea enables you to increase your expenditure of energy without causing adverse health effects. If you find the taste of green tea difficult to swallow, you can obtain green tea extract in a pill. The 500 mg capsules should be consumed 2 or 3 times each day in order for you to receive maximum benefit. Of course, you might be wondering at this point how much green tea is enough. Some medical experts recommend as many as 10 cups a day. Other health specialists say that 2 to 3 cups are sufficient. Yet other medical experts recommend splitting the difference, calling for 4 to 5 cups of green tea daily. Green tea reduces your bad cholesterol count, while enhancing your good cholesterol count. As a result, those who drink green tea can substantially increase their consumption of high cholesterol food, yet maintain a relatively low bad cholesterol count. 20 weight loss Enigma green tea can also decrease your blood sugar, protecting you against diabetes or at least reducing symptoms of diabetes. A number of studies have been done in order to ascertain the benefits of green tea. For instance, researcher William Rumpler conducted a study in order to determine the effects of green tea consumption on men. The results indicated that the energy expenditure for tea drinkers was 3% higher after they ingested the tea. However, Rumpler and his colleagues believe additional research needs to be conducted in order to determine the full effect of green tea upon the human body. Of course, in addition to weight loss, there are other advantages to the green tea diet. It is believed to be effective in preventing Alzheimer's disease, combating flu and colds, and boosting your immune system. As a result, a number of people drink the beverage strictly for its medicinal value. On a segment of the Oprah Winfrey talk show, Dr. Nicholas Perricone said that if you replaced coffee with green tea, you could lose as many as 10 pounds in 6 weeks. Perricone stated, "Coffee has organic acids that raise your blood sugar, raise insulin. Insulin puts a lock on body fat. When you switch over to green tea, you get your caffeine, you all set, but you will drop your insulin levels and body fat will fall very rapidly. So 10 pounds in 6 weeks, I will guarantee it." However, note that the physician is not prescribing green tea per se, but rather calling it preferable to coffee. However, it appears clear that green tea is a healthier beverage than coffee. A study published by the American Journal of Clinical Study reports that green tea promotes fat oxidation, and that this process appears to be the result of more than just the caffeine that is a component of the tea. In other words, there appear to be qualities inherent in green tea that foster fat oxidation. It is interesting to note that some people wonder which is preferable, loose-leaf green tea that you buy online or the green tea that you can purchase at the supermarket.